Hey there, it's Gabe with API Nation. Today I'm going to show you how to sync BoomTown into iCloud. That way any contacts or leads that arrive in BoomTown will automatically get added to your phone and update that caller ID. And then if you want to add any contacts from your phone to BoomTown, you can do that as well. It's a two-way sync. Super easy to set up. Let me show you how. First thing we're going to do, go to apination.com. So once we're on apination.com, I'm going to click on Discover Connections. And here you're going to see a ton of different apps, real estate, productivity, transaction management, CRMs. All of them can be automated and synced using API Nation. So I'm going to find BoomTown. Here it is near the top. Click on that and I can see all the apps available to automate with BoomTown. I can sync contacts to Constant Contact, Google Contacts. If you don't have an iPhone, maybe you have an Android, you can sync them to Google Contacts. But we're going to go ahead and do iCloud right now. So here we go, super easy to set up. Step one, connect BoomTown. I'm going to click the big button. And I'm just going to sign into BoomTown and give it permission. All right, great. So now I'm going to sign into iCloud. And connecting iCloud is a little bit different. It asks me for my Apple ID and a password, but it's not my Apple ID password. It's actually an app-specific password. It's a little bit different. So where do you find that app-specific password? Let me show you. It's super easy. So to find my app-specific password, I'm actually going to have to create it. And to do that, I'm going to go to appleid.apple.com. And I'm going to sign in. And it's going to ask you to authorize using two-factor authentication. You're going to see this pop up on your Mac or on your iPhone. And it's also going to send a code to either your Mac or your iPhone, whichever one you're using. So there's that code. I'm going to type it in here. And this is just to get into my Apple ID. Great. Okay, so I've signed into my Apple ID. I've authorized. And now here's this box under sign in and security for app specific passwords. I'm going to click on that and it says I can generate an app specific password. So I'm going to click, I'm going to go ahead and name mine API Nation. That's what I'm connecting. And hit create. And there is that password. Be sure to copy this before you hit done because this is the only time you're actually going to see these letters. After this, it's going to be hidden. So I'm going to copy that. And now I'm ready to connect iCloud on API Nation. Now that we have that app-specific password, we're ready to go back to API Nation, input it, and then configure and launch. All right, so now that we have that app-specific password, I'm going to go ahead and use it. I'm going to use my Apple ID and paste in that app-specific password. There it is, and hit connect. There we go, and now I have a few options here before I launch these two syncs. I can sync BoomTown contacts to iCloud, and I can also sync iCloud back to BoomTown. So I actually want to do that. I want to sync this up both ways, two ways. That way they're in lockstep. I can add somebody to BoomTown using my iPhone, or I can add anybody from BoomTown to my iPhone. Couple options here. Do I want to send all the lead types over to iCloud, or do I only want to send buyers, or do I only want to send sellers? I actually want everybody added, so I'm going to leave it like that. Do I want to sync all contacts on first run, or just any new or updated contacts to iCloud? I actually just am starting my iCloud account, so I'm going to leave this box checked. That way it's going to load up my iPhone with all those new contacts. Finally, when things get synced into BoomTown, should we overwrite the information in BoomTown? I'm going to leave this box check that says do not overwrite that information in BoomTown. Only add anything into blank fields. If you do want to overwrite your information in BoomTown, maybe let's say your BoomTown is pretty nuts and anything you add from iCloud is going to be more accurate. If that's you, just uncheck this box. We'll overwrite your BoomTown and we'll get all that iCloud information in there. I actually want to check this box, so I'm going to leave it checked. Similar thing here, iCloud, sync all contacts on first run into BoomTown. I actually only want to sync any new or updated, so I'm going to uncheck this box. Start this sync. Great, you can see now in my syncs, I have those two new syncs, BoomTown to iCloud and iCloud back to BoomTown. I'm going to go ahead and set them up here. I just have to finish up activating them. So I'm going to click on the setup button. I can go back through the configuration options, see if there's anything additional I want to do. Sending over everybody from BoomTown, all categories, all sources, buyers and sellers. That looks all great. Here's that mapping. This looks good also. If there's anything else you want to map, maybe I want to map source ID into notes. I can do that. I can just click on one and then click on the other. Now it's mapped. I'm going to activate that sync. Great. I'm going to click back on my syncs and activate this one as well. Click up the setup button. Similar thing. Remember, I did not want to sync all contacts, so that box is not checked. Here's kind of an important thing. I need to select what these leads are going to appear in BoomTown when I add them from my iPhone. So if I meet somebody out in the street, they're interested in real estate, and I add them to my iPhone, what should they look like when they come over to BoomTown? I want them to look like new leads. And then for the source, I'm just going to choose whatever is most accurate for me. I'm going to actually go with other. Great. This all looks great. I can double check the mapping here. Address, city, state. This looks good. Maybe I want to send over any notes I make on my iPhone contact into the notes in BoomTown. I can do that. It's super helpful. Go ahead and sync a zip over as well and activate this sync. And that's it. I now have two syncs running, one going from BoomTown into iCloud and iCloud back into BoomTown. So that's it. That's how you set up the BoomTown to iCloud sync. You can do it one way or two ways. Either way, whatever's most effective for you and your team. It's going to save you a ton of work managing these contacts, copying and pasting, downloading, uploading. All that is handled now automatically. So if you have any questions or ideas, give us a phone call, shoot us an email. We're API Nation, connecting the world's applications. We love doing this stuff.